This morning, lawmakers standing behind the U.S.'s ban on Russian oil imports. The House overwhelmingly voting to approve that ban late last night. This is days after President Biden first announced that move. Since then, though, we have seen gas prices here at home soar higher than we have ever seen them. And we've also seen long lines at places like this Costco in Duncanville, where you can typically save when it comes to the price you pay per gallon. But the Russian oil ban isn't the only thing to blame when it comes to those high prices. Suzanne Bruner joining us now. And Suzanne, we don't get very much oil from Russia, actually, so you'd think cutting it off wouldn't change the prices. There are so many different factors, though, that go into why we are paying so much at the pump.
Yeah, a lot of different factors, which is why we wanted to get some insight from an SMU energy expert, professor, and he walked us through why we are seeing these high gas prices. But we saw this before Russia invaded Ukraine, and what we're just seeing right now is the reason why we're seeing these gas prices go up. But the professor had basically told us that coming out of this pandemic, we saw this new demand for oil, and essentially why we saw that, it surprised oil companies. So another thing that we were experiencing, labor and supply shortages, right? That meant less oil, which led to more demand, and then those higher gas prices. So looking more into those higher gas prices, well, we need oil to make gas, right? But how much the world pays for that oil essentially decides how much we pay for gas, and that affects fuels like diesel, and it also affects trucks, trains, and shipping costs. And don't forget, it's also going to affect the jet fuel and how much you pay for your plane ticket.
The oil markets are very afraid that we're soon going to have a shortage of oil because of sanctions on Russia or an embargo that Russia would impose on the West.
So right now, several governors, they're calling on Congress to suspend a federal gas tax. And another thing, too, is this hasn't happened just yet, but James Coleman, he's the SMU professor you just heard from, he said that a lot of what's happening today is leading to what could potentially be more shortages in the weeks and the months to come. So that's not good news. But again, what we're seeing here is several governors are calling on Congress to basically suspend the federal gas tax. And now states as well, they're hoping that they could suspend their own gas taxes as well. So something that we'll keep our eye on.
Yeah, governors don't want their folks mad at them too.